Now, we all like to land a great bargain, we like to clinch a deal and get the best in an argument, but many of us don't have the skills to negotiate and tell people what we really want. One man who can teach us a thing or two about that is Stuart Diamond. He's worked extensively with government and with corporate leaders, advising them on how to negotiate, and he is the author of a new book on just that. He joins me now in the studio. Mr. Diamond, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us about this today. But this book, I mean, you've obviously you taught the top leaders how to negotiate, but this isn't a book just for business leaders, is it?
No, Getting More is for anybody who negotiates, which is anybody. Yeah. Negotiation is the basic process of human interaction, whether you're driving down the street, dealing with your kids, trying to get a job, or traveling. You can do it well or badly, but you can't get away from it.
And do you find that no matter whether that negotiation is trade talks over China or persuading your children to do their homework without bursting into tears, either of you bursting into tears, do you think that there are some core values that are the same, whoever's doing the negotiation?
They're exactly the same, whether it's world peace, a billion-dollar deal, or getting your kids to do their homework.
Tell us, what are those values? What should we be doing?
The first thing is you have to understand their perceptions and you have to value them. You are the least important person in the negotiation. The most important person is them. If you want your kid to do his homework, the first thing you need to do is give your kid something. My 8-year-old, we let him pick restaurants. He picks restaurants, he feels power, he feels good about himself. Later, when we ask him to do something, he doesn't want to do it, we say, don't we let you pick restaurants? We trade him. Kids love to trade, so you trade things to kids. Life is about quid pro quo. Life is about trading, whether it's your spouse or your business partner or somebody across the globe. And so you want to make sure you've met their needs.
You've got to think what the other person wants. Now, that takes away, that's quite different from the kind of business phrase, the win-win situation. Is there such a thing as a win-win?
Well, it's really not a very good way to describe negotiation. Mm-hmm. First of all, I might want to lose today to get more tomorrow. So I really want to think about the whole time frame. Second, the world is an irrational place, not a rational place, whether it is world peace or my kid wants an ice cream cone. People get emotional, they get distracted. And so in order to get somebody to listen to me, I need to give them empathy or an emotional payment. And they don't care about win-win. They care about me making them feel better and valuing them, which is the first thing I've got to do.
For those of us who don't think that they negotiate every day, when they go into a situation where they're negotiating something like a pay rise or buying a house, do you think sometimes that people actually become too aggressive? They get worked up, and that doesn't particularly help?
That doesn't help at all. What you want to do is stop focusing on yourself and focus on them. You've got to give to get. You might not have to give very much. You might give them respect. You might give them something that's intangible, but you first have to think about them. If you want a raise at your job, you want to say to yourself, what can I do to benefit this company more than I am? And in return, you get something back.
What do you do, though, when the person that you're trying to negotiate with just won't budge an inch?
The name of my book is Getting More, Not Getting Everything. And so therefore you'll find that if you begin to do this, you will get so much more. Some things you won't be able to get, but you'll get a lot more. If they won't budge, it means either you haven't tried hard enough or you want to find a third party to convince them. And there are often many third parties around.
Okay. And you really think that by taking some of the principles in your book, it can actually enhance your life?
I've taught 30,000 people, from country presidents to administrative assistants. They've saved several $1 billion, saved marriages, and gotten a lot more power over their lives, and that speaks for itself, I think.
It certainly does. Thank you very much indeed, Stuart Diamond. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.